Higuruma is the best-written character in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. There's a strong reason why he behaves the way he does. He reminds me of Geto in a lot of ways, and in this video, I'm going to do a deep dive into Higuruma's character and his story. So, Higuruma enters the story with 100 points right after Shibuya, serving as the perfect foil for Yuji. It's a standard shonen trope to use a character's powers to match their outward personality, but Gege Akutami uses curse techniques to expose a character's deepest, ugliest inner world. We saw this in Hidden Inventory, where Gojo's infinity recontextualized his utter loneliness and the literal space between him and the rest of humanity. But surprisingly, Higuruma's closest parallel in the series is actually Suguru Geto. Both men believed it was the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Both became martyrs trying to swallow the ugliness of the masses, Geto's exact words, which Higuruma practically echoes. It's no coincidence Geto's power was swallowing cursed spirits, the literal taste of human negativity. Both of their arcs are about taking on the burden of humanity until their psyches shatter. Gege uses Higuruma's domain to show this exact psychological break. Higuruma is no longer the defense attorney. His disillusionment has manifested him into the prosecutor, designed to accuse and condemn. Furthermore, the scene where we see Higuruma's innocent client being punished with the death penalty is a very real thing in Japan. You see, Japan has an over 90% conviction rate. That means you are guilty until proven innocent. The defendant is heavily disadvantaged, and the truth, it's irrelevant. Higuruma snapped because he realized the justice system he swore to uphold actively protected the corrupt and ground up the innocent. Take the Geto comparison a step further. Their breaking points are practically identical, just flipped. Geto snapped because he realized the weak non-sorcerers he swore to protect were utterly repulsive and ungrateful. Both men suffered from the crushing isolation of being the only one in the room who actually cared. They both looked at a fundamentally broken society and decided, fine, I'll be the sole executioner of a new world order. Geto chose genocide. Higuruma swore to change the legal system. They were both highly empathetic men who were completely destroyed by the weight of trying to save a world that didn't want to be saved. This profound obsession with his own ideals is exactly why he catches Sukuna's eye later on. Think about it. Sukuna is a guy who literally yawns at modern sorcerers. He calls them boring. But during the Shinjuku showdown, the King of Curses looks at a lawyer who learned jujutsu 2 months ago and actively compares his raw, latent talent to Gojo Satoru. That is insane. Higuruma masters domain amplification and figures out reverse curse technique on the fly while staring death in the face. Why? Because his obsession with carrying out his duty, his need to finally execute the ultimate guilty party, pushed him to bend the entire power system to his whim through pure instinct. Sukuna saw a reflection of Satoru Gojo in Higuruma. Judgeman inherently knew Yuji was innocent of the Shibuya massacre, but Yuji confesses anyway. This completely shocks Higuruma. This man has spent his career watching guilty clients lash out violently at their sentences, yet here stands Yuji solemnly accepting a death penalty for a crime he didn't even commit. This moment holds up a terrifying mirror to Higuruma. The system he just created, where he acts as prosecutor and his Shikigami acts as the judge, has just condemned an innocent boy to death despite both of them knowing the truth. Higuruma has become the exact thing he hated. He has become the corrupt prosecutor and judge he murdered before entering the culling games. This is an incredibly unique way to execute character development during a fight. The power system itself forces the character to confront their deepest hypocrisy. Higuruma spent his life looking for the light in people's weaknesses, only to be scorned. But here, he cannot ignore Yuji's pure nature. For the first time, Higuruma is forced to be the one punishing the innocent, and he rages in denial. He tries to convince himself Yuji is faking it, because Higuruma physically cannot let go of things that aren't right. When Higuruma turns off the executioner's sword and takes Yuji's punch, it's a beautifully tragic moment. He wanted to be hit. He needed to be knocked back to his senses. He finally takes the mask off. The emotional through line of this fight is carried by a single piece of dialogue. When Higuruma first crashes out, he says taking a bath with clothes on feels better than expected. He echoes this darkly right before the fight. Have you ever killed someone who ticked you off? It feels better than expected. But look at how the fight concludes. Higuruma asks, "Have you ever killed someone willingly?" Yuji says, "Yes." Higuruma replies, "It's the worst feeling in the world, isn't it?" When you run from your trauma, your ultimate defense mechanism is convincing yourself that your destructive new path feels good. Facing what you did wrong requires facing the exact thing that broke you in the first place. The shame and hurt come flooding back all at once, and you can hear the sheer weight of it in the voice acting. Too many readers focus purely on JJk's fights and aura, entirely overlooking Gege's use of thematic symmetry. While other shonen will explicitly hold your hand through an emotional flashback, JJk hides its deepest emotional beats right inside the mechanics of the power system. Higuruma's introduction is dense, heartbreaking, and a testament to how good Gege's writing is when he goes off script and lets his characters truly breathe.